You've got quite an extensive list of accomplishments in media. Do you want to just
Thank
give
you.
the audience a quick little background?
Yeah, well, I've been doing this a long time. And basically, I've been telling stories and putting content on the various different platforms. Back in the day, the only outlet we had was television. And so that's really where my background is. And I've been in television for over 20 years. I've created networks, I've rebranded networks, and I've produced and developed many series that you've probably seen, everything from lifestyle shows like What Not to Wear and Trading Spaces to documentaries and biographies. And I headed up development at TLC and Travel Channel, and created a wellness network that was a lifestyle alternative wellness network. At that time, it was known as Vria Living, and it went on to become Z Living. And that was something that we did in New York a few years ago. And that is very much about was educating everyone about alternatives, ways to be healthy.
Yeah, yeah. So what is the inspiration for the new Cannabis Network? You obviously have a great history and a track record. What kind of inspired this?
Well, Carrie Riccardi really is like the inspiration behind the entire network. She she just celebrated her 7th anniversary of when she really found out what her vocation was. And she had an aunt that was very seriously ill and unfortunately passed away. And she saw what cannabis could have done for her and did for her during, her final days. And she really vowed to educate and advocate for the plant. And so that's really where this comes from. And because she has been so dedicated, she has thousands and thousands of hours of footage that has been documenting the road and the journey of cannabis and where we are today and where we will be. So you're right, it is an interesting time, but there is a lot of opportunity. It certainly is a buzz because of all the different legislation that's coming out and all the states that are becoming legal and and people that are advocating for it. But for this particular network, we really want to dispel the stigma associated with cannabis. So let it not be so scary. I've never been a social user. I came about it because I had an illness that helped me function really, not be so nauseous during treatments and medication. And I didn't know anything about it. I was in a state that it wasn't legal. I was in Pennsylvania at the time. And I was going to Pilates class, and my Pilates teacher said, "Hey, look, I'm struggling too. I have brain cancer. I have something that can help you." And so I said, okay, but here we were, I'm in a parking lot and, I'm buying drugs. I mean,
Yeah.
this is what I'm thinking. And, it's like, there has to be a better way than this, because if it weren't for that, I would not have been able to function. And I worked all during my treatments. I actually didn't disclose while I was working at, I worked at QVC where I headed up celebrity brands just prior to getting involved with Carrie. And, I was able to hold down, a full-time job and be as normal as possible. And it was all due to the cannabis plant. So with this footage, we hope to create all kinds of different content. We've got plans to do original content moving forward that is much like me.
scripted stuff or reality.
I would say, reality is such a
I know, right? As soon as I said it, I felt like
exactly. You kind of feel dirty. That's kind of why, I'm here. I stopped working for those different types of shows because I wanted to be able to make shows that I could watch with my dad. So
like TLC, that used to be the learning channel.
Exactly. And when I was there, there was always that takeaway information. But yes, it's very true. As the landscape became so crowded, it's like who had the loudest, kind of most shocking thing, and that sort of what was going on. But it's all cyclical, and I think we're at a point now where I think people are looking for something that is, trusted, authentic, that's really what this network is going to be all about. It's all about being a trusted authority. Where can you get, information that's truthful, and, and hear stories that people want to hear, to let them learn a little bit more about the plant, just to make them more comfortable, and being entertaining. I mean, this certainly isn't going to be a network where, it's professorial in any way, but, just an entertaining lifestyle network that really kind of mainstreams cannabis content for possibly the first time.